to the class. All right. So today we are going to continue along the ninja path.
Like pointing it to the fact that 201 for jujitsu training in the summer before
Ninja path is a series of classes. It's 8 sessions, and we've gone through session 1, 2, and 3. It is in my YouTube channel, so make sure that if you haven't attended any of them, that you go back and review them, and then also continue with this course. Okay. So one of the things you're going to learn today is lesson 4, and it's the power of your actions. Now, in Ninja, action means it's habits, right? Your habits are going to be your actions, and these habits will determine your future in real estate. You're going to learn 5 daily ninja habits that are going to be the key to your success. So you joined on the right day if you missed all the other ones. You're also going to learn how to use 16 simple questions to identify the 20% of your clients who are most likely to sell in the future. Now, with the recording, I am going to send you that template. All right. So be aware that there will be a template with the 16 questions that you're going to be asking your clients. Okay. So without further ado, make notes because I want you to share what your ahas are. Okay. So first things first, we're going to check audio. So please let me know if you can hear this audio with the gentleman speaking now. You guys hear that? You hear the music? Someone, did you hear it? Glennis?
Oh, welcome to Ninja Selling.
Huh? Could you hear it, Fernanda?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, so we're going to start. Yeah, sometimes the technology is weird. So here we go.
Yeah, I hear.
My name is Larry Kendall. I'll be your guide for this lesson. And our lesson today is on the actions that you need to take on a daily basis to lead you to success. We know that our success is a function of 3 things: our mindset, our skill set, and our actions. And this is an actions lesson. Actions are also sometimes called habits, the habits that we practice on a daily basis. You know, F.M. Alexander put it this way. He says, people do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures.
I'm going to stop.
Aristotle said it in a little different way. He says, we become what we do repeatedly.
You guys can't see you guys can't see the screen, right? Hold on. Let me see what's going on.
No, I'm seeing only you.
Yes, that's why I was a little concerned that I didn't see you could see my screen. Let me see for a second. There we go. All right, I'm going to start it over if you don't mind.
Excellence, therefore, is not an act. It is a what?
There we go.
It is a... Hello and welcome to Ninja Selling. My name is Larry Kendall. I'll be your guide for this lesson. And our lesson today is on the actions that you need to take on a daily basis to lead you to success. We know that our success is a function of 3 things: our mindset, our skill set, and our actions. And this is an actions lesson. Actions are also sometimes called habits, the habits that we practice on a daily basis. You know, F.M. Alexander put it this way. He says, people do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. Aristotle said it in a little different way. He says, we become what we do repeatedly. Excellence, therefore, is not an act. It is a what? It is a habit. So Ninja is set up around a certain set of habits. And I'm going to walk you through what we call the Ninja 5 daily habits. We recommend that you do these first thing in the morning. We recommend that they should take you about 15 to 30 minutes, so they don't take very long. And I'm going to summarize them first, and then we're going to walk through each one individually. So habit number 1 is your gratitudes and affirmations. Habit number 2 is to time block your day and stay on your agenda. Habit number 3 is your 2 personal notes. Habit number 4 is to focus on your hot list. And habit number 5, to focus on your warm list. If you're wondering where these 5 habits came from, I've spent over 40 years studying top producing realtors. And what I noticed was there's certain patterns or certain habits that they have. And these seem to be coming out with a lot of the top producers. And so we began to document that, and it's now the Ninja 5 daily habits. Let's walk through each one. Habit number 1 is to start with your gratitudes and your affirmations. Gratitudes are a very powerful energy. There's an old saying, nothing new can come into your life until you first give thanks for that which you already have. So starting out with your gratitudes puts you in a positive energy state. And you want to start out your day with positive energy. Secondly, you want to do your affirmations. We're going to show you how to write good affirmations that program your non-conscious brain and put you on what we call autopilot to be successful. So you start your day with your gratitudes and your affirmations or your goals. Habit number 2 then is to time block your day and your week. So pull out your calendar, and basically what we're doing is we are scheduling our to-do list. I know a lot of people that form a to-do list, but unless you schedule it, what happens is the day takes charge of you rather than you taking charge of the day. And so at the end of the day, you haven't accomplished your to-do list, and so what do? You carry it forward to the next day. If you time block, if you schedule a time to do your to-do list, you'll do it. There's a lot of research on the success of top producers because they time block. We recommend that one of the things you do is do not open your email first thing in the morning. We recommend you do your Ninja 5 habits the very first thing before you open that email, because the minute you open your email, what happens? You're on somebody else's agenda. Also, here's a tip. If you're using your phone as an alarm clock, we would recommend that you stop doing that. Go buy an old-fashioned alarm clock, because what happens when your phone rings and that alarm goes off? You grab the phone, now you have the phone in your hand, what do? Well, you start checking your email, your text, your social media, and all at once you've lost control. You're now on everybody else's agenda. This is a very important step in getting started right in the day by staying on your agenda. Habit number 3, write 2 personal notes every day. Now you can write more if you want. There's quite a bit of research on the power of a personal note. It is the most powerful thing you can send to another human, and it's becoming more powerful. And that's because fewer and fewer people are doing it. Writing 2 personal notes, at least 2 personal notes, very powerful. Let me ask you this. Have you received a personal note from somebody? And how did it make you feel? Did you even save that note? This is something that if you want to impact people, getting in a routine of writing notes will do that. And here's another benefit. How does it make you feel to write that note? Well, it makes you feel great. If you're writing somebody else a note, doing something nice for them, it makes you feel good as well. So again, it's part of your morning routine. Habit number 3, writing those personal notes. Habit number 4 then is your hot list. So you want to take a look at your hot list every day. Pull out your hot list and focus on it. Go down the names on your hot list. Well, do you have a hot list? How do you build a hot list? Here's how you do it. A hot list is simply a list of people who want to buy or sell. They know they want to buy or sell, and they want to buy or sell with you. And they want to buy or sell fairly soon, typically the next 90 days or so. So you pull out that list and you look through there and ask yourself 2 questions. Question number 1 is, who wants to write a contract today? That should be the top priority for the day. If somebody's ready to write a contract, that's top priority. We need to be ready to write that contract. Let's say nobody's ready to write a contract today. Then the second question is, well, okay, what's the next step in the process for them. Maybe they're a buyer, but they haven't arranged for their financing yet. Well, that would be the step today. Let's see if we can help them make an appointment with a lender and get started on their financing. Maybe they're a seller and they've got certain things they want to do to the house to get it ready. Well, how can we help them with that? What can we do to help move them along and advance the sale? This reminds me of a story of Sarah Horner. And Sarah has been with our company about 4 years now. When she was a rookie, she'd been in the business about 6 months. She was struggling. She was frustrated. She and I sat down. She was in tears. She wasn't sure if real estate was the right career for her. And I said, Sarah, let me see your hot list. And she pulled out her hot list and she says, Larry, I've asked that question if anybody's ready to write a contract. Nobody here is ready to write a contract today. What do I do? I said, well, what's their next step? And we started going through everybody on that list and just helping them move to the next step, move to the next step, move to the next step. You see, the sales process is just helping people move along and get really from the life they have to the life they dream about. And sometimes it's baby steps. And what Sarah learned was by helping them just move to the next step, ultimately they moved to a contract and to a closing. Sarah now is one of the top realtors in Colorado. There are roughly 25,000 real estate agents in Colorado. Sarah is ranked number 32. Here's a young woman, has only been in the business 4 years, and 4 years ago she was ready to give up. But she hung in there and now she's one of the most successful. And I think it's because she asked that second question on her hot list. You see, what you focus on expands. And I'm going to show you a short video that will demonstrate that.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? Go! The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
Yeah, you know, it's easy to miss something that you're not looking for. Let me ask you this. The first time you saw that video, did you see the moonwalking bear? Why didn't we see him? Well, because we were told to focus on the team in white. And so we focused on the team in white, we didn't see the bear. Now they rewound the video, and the second time, did you see the bear? Well, of course. Why? Well, because we were told to look for the bear. This is a beautiful example of our reticular activating system at work. The bear was there both times, but we didn't see him the first time because we were told to look for something else. We were told to focus on the team in white. And what you focus on, what? Expands. The second time we were told to look for the bear. And there he was. Second time we saw him. Because what you focus on expands. Now here's the lesson. What does the dancing bear represent? The dancing bear represents the contract that wants to be written. What does the team in white represent? It represents all the distractions of our daily life. The meetings, the phone calls, the emails, the paperwork, all the stuff that has to get done. But guess what? The most important thing that has to get done is the contract that wants to be written. And so often we can get so distracted with the team in white that we miss the dancing bear, we miss the contract, we miss the opportunity that's right in front of us. That's why we have the hot list. That's the power of the hot list. And what I've noticed with top producers, they don't just look at that hot list in the morning. They carry it with them and they're looking at it throughout the day. If they're on tour of properties, they'll pull out the hot list. Who do I have for this property? If they're at a sales meeting and they hear a pitch, they'll go down their hot list. Who do I have for that pitch? Your hot list. Habit number 4, very, very important. Habit number 5 then is your warm list. Now, what is the difference between a hot list and a warm list? Well, a warm list is a list of people who probably want to buy or sell, but they may not know they want to buy or sell. But you know they want to buy or sell because you're observing the changes that are going on in their lives. You've noticed that they just became an empty nester, or they just had a baby, or they just have now they have a longer commute, or perhaps they've had an elderly parent move in, or an adult child move in. There's some change that's occurred in their life that could affect their real estate. They may want to do something in the next year. This is your warm list. So every morning you pull out your warm list and you go through that list. Now, your warm list should be about 20% of the number of households in your database. So if you have, let's say, 200 households in your database, you should have a warm list of about 40. And we've provided in your handouts a template that you can use, a little questionnaire that you can go through. It's 16 questions. If you go through that little exercise, it'll help you build your warm list. And you should end up with about 20% of your database on your warm list. So let's summarize the Ninja 5 daily habits. Start your day with your gratitudes and your affirmations. Make sure you time block so that you're staying on your agenda. Write at least 2 personal notes. Focus on your hot list and focus on your warm list. How powerful are these 5 little habits that only take 30 minutes a day? Well, I was moderating a panel of top producing ninjas from various parts of the country. And one of the questions I asked them was, what was the one thing that you feel helped you the most in the ninja selling system in your business? Much to my surprise, they all said the very same thing. The one thing that helped them the most, they said, was the Ninja 5. Those 5 morning habits. And you know, Cheryl Anderson from Scottsdale, Arizona, she said it the best. She says, Larry, when I start my day with my Ninja 5, I start my day right. If I'm consistent and I do that every day, I have a great day every day. I start my day right, I have a great day. When I'm consistent, my great days turn into great weeks. And my great weeks then turn into great months. And my great months make the best year so far. So let's summarize the key takeaways for this lesson. Number 1, excellence is a habit. Having good habits. You don't decide your futures, you decide your habits decide your futures. Your habits are the key, and what you focus on expands. So start your day right. Start with the Ninja 5 habits. Devote 15 to 30 minutes in the morning to your Ninja 5. If you do that, the system will work for you, but you have to work the system. Thank you for joining us.
All right. So tell me, what came at you? Lenith, Pilar, Fernanda, what came at you? What did you learn? Anybody? Got to learn something. You guys there?
Yes,
I'm here.
I learned the importance to be disciplined and I start to do that every single morning to get results.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Gleneth, what did you learn?
I learned that to be engaged with your own personal goals versus, getting caught up in others' goals, like as far as when he was saying about the alarm clock, like in the morning.
Right?
Because you immediately touch that phone. Once you turn that, hit snooze or dismiss, you instantly go to text messages or phone call, seeing if you missed a call or a text or anything, and then you're thrown off totally. But when you focus on just sticking to your goals and sticking to like your what you have planned, then day moves a little bit smoother. And also the affirmations.
Yeah.
And gratitude.
Right.
Because I know in my situation right now, I can think negatively about getting up every morning and going to do something that I don't want to do because I want to focus on real estate. But I know that it's a means to an end. So
Right, absolutely. So there are not, there are, and you're going to hear me speak a lot about this, is the Ninja 9. Okay. So today we learned about the first 5. Okay. And these are the daily. These are the daily habits of successful real estate agents that, you know, they adhere to the ninja selling concept. Okay. And I'm going to review those with you. Okay. So that you understand, and I hope you write them down, is there's 5 daily habits. 1 is start your day with gratitude and affirmation. And he says we become what we do repeatedly. So these are habits, guys. This isn't something that you do today and then tomorrow you don't do it. No, you start every day with gratitude and affirmation. So let me give you an idea. So my alarm goes off, right? I turn it off. My dog is dying to go to the bathroom, obviously, right? But I take about 2 to 3 minutes to just thank God or my force or whatever you believe in, you know, for the warm bed that I have, for the roof over my head, for my amazing children, for my health, and that I have food on my table, that I have a great job or a great career, and whatever else I happen to be grateful for, that I had a really great meeting yesterday, right? Or I woke up and I suffer from vertigo, that I didn't have any vertigo in the last couple of months, right? So every day, wake up in the morning, and the first thing you do is, you could even just do this lying in bed, is give gratitude for what you have. And that sets you off in a very positive manner. One of the things that you will learn if you ever get a chance to take the Ninja course that we offer once a year, is to do affirmations. Now, I'm going to just give you like a little quick course in affirmations. Affirmations are written in the present moment, meaning that is who I am right now. I am this. So, for example, in your case, Pilar, you might say, I enjoy earning $250,000 by December 31st, 2025. Gleneth, I enjoy earning $100,000 by December 31st, 2025. Now, why did I say 2025? Well, you've missed the boat so far. Okay. Unless you're going to do a big commercial deal, it ain't going to happen. So affirmations, do you remember when you were in school and the teacher said, hey, you can't be speaking in class, right? And then she made you go to the chalkboard. Well, this is me, I'm a baby boomer. And you wrote, I will not speak in class. I will not speak in class. Okay. So the visual was, I'm looking at it, and the mental was, I was really saying, I can't talk in class. Otherwise, I'm going to be embarrassed and I'm going to be having to write this down in front of everybody on the chalkboard. Well, affirmations are actually not a negative thing. Affirmations are actually a positive thing. So you write your affirmations, and the suggestion is, you just don't say, hey, I enjoy earning $250,000 by 2025, or I am a slim, mean, healthy machine by December 31st, 2025. No, whatever your affirmation is, you actually take a composition book. Remember those black and white composition books? You take that white and black composition book and you write it down. And my suggestion is that whatever your affirmation is, you write it down every day for at least 30 days. Okay. Several things are going to happen. What you focus on is going to expand. Okay. What you focus on expands. Not only are you thinking it, but you're actually writing it. Right. And guys, if you want to continue with that affirmation for more than 30 days, then continue until you start to believe that this is who I am and this is what I will do. So that's my take for you on affirmations. Now, he did say, hey guys, your morning routine is only going to take you 15 to 30 minutes. That will not take you more than 15 to 30 minutes to do those two things. Okay. The next thing he says is, this is habit number 2, is show up. Be ready to show up to your work. This is called time blocking. When you wake up in the morning, Monday morning, you should already know what's on your schedule for the rest of the week. Notice how I didn't say for just Monday, but for the rest of the week. When you're in sales, okay, when you're in sales and you don't have a job, you eat what you hunt. So if I don't have time blocked in my schedule that I need to go hunting in the morning, I won't be eating in 90 days. So you got to make sure that you've time blocked the habits that you need to focus on, the activities that you need to focus on in order to be able to eat in 90 days in sales. So what are those things? Well, the third habit is to write 2 personal notes. And by the way, you can write a personal note to me. I love receiving personal notes, just saying. Okay. It tickles me pink. All right. I am horrible at writing personal notes. This is one of the things that is on my agenda, to not forget to write the personal notes. So who would I write a personal note to? Well, I could write a personal note to someone I spoke to yesterday that is telling me, hey, my dog was really ill or my mom is sick. Well, I can write a personal note as long as I know, their address. I will write a personal note and say, hey, Ellie, great to be chatting with you. Your mom is in my prayers. Please keep me posted. If there's anything I can do, you know you have a friend. And just sign it, Maria Elena, and send it to her. Okay. Or it could be, hey, I heard you're pregnant. I am so happy for you. I can't wait to see pictures of the baby. Boom. Or your son's graduating from high school. This is a wonderful time. A new journey is going to start. You get my drift, guys, right? Whatever is going on in that person's life, you're just going to take time to just write 2 personal notes to them. It could be someone that you haven't spoken to for a long time. And you could just say, I was just thinking about you. I hope all is well. Hey, give me a call. Right? So those 2 personal notes, guys, believe me, are super powerful. Trust me when I tell you that if you start to do that, people are going to start to call you because they're going to say, hey, I just received this note. My goodness, I was just thinking about you the other day, and there's this note right in my mailbox. Trust me when I tell you the notes work. Okay. So get that into your daily routine in the morning. The other daily routine is to focus on your hot list and to focus on your warm list. All right. So a hot list and a warm list, 2 different things. And I will be sending you the template for the hot list and the warm list so that you have it with you. Okay. The hot list, like he said, is people that are ready to buy with you. These are people that you've already identified. They want to buy a house and they want to buy in the next 90 days, and or they want to sell in the next 90 days. And it's people that, okay, are we ready to show homes today? And are you ready to write the contract? Or, okay, you've said that you want to sell. What do I need to help you to be able to sell? Do we need to paint? Do we need to renovate? Do we need to declutter in order to get the house ready? Those are the hot lists. Okay, that's the definition of a hot list. The warm list is people that you're having conversations with, but they don't realize that they're going to have a lifestyle change. Right? Lifestyle change. Give you an idea. Okay, I'm 67. Okay, I am 67 years old and 70's around the corner, right? Now, I'm already an empty nester, right? But if I were not an empty nester And let's say I have a big house. I don't need this big house anymore. Well, I'm going to be wanting to sell in the future only because my taxes, my insurance, I don't need this big house anymore, right? So you've identified that there's going to be a lifestyle change, but you want to stay in contact with me just because you know that eventually I'm going to say, you know what? I don't need this big house anymore. Or let's say it's a young couple that lives in a small 1-bedroom condo and they just got pregnant. Well, you already know that maybe right now they're not ready because they need to do things to get their credit fixed, or they need to start saving up for a down payment, but you've identified that they're going to have a major lifestyle change. Those are people that are going to go on the warm list. There are many other reasons: corporate changes, the husband had to be relocated out of the city and now they're having to commute, many reasons. So when you're doing your lead generation time, meaning working on your future business time, which is best in the morning, you're working on your hot list and your warm list. You're making calls to them. Any questions on those 5 habits so far, Gwyneth and Pilar? Talk to me about what I just talked to you about. Any comments?
Maria Elena, the notes can be text too.
No. No texting, no emails. This is actual personal note. You go to Office Depot, and you have a bunch of stamps and you buy personal notes, just personal notes. It could be thank you for your time. It could be just a blank note that you have that you can write and put it in an envelope, boop, and stick it in the mail today. No text, no emails. Those
That
are
was
not,
actually going to be my question too.
I gotta tell you guys, trust me when I tell you this. I get so excited when I get a personal note that it's like, I keep it. I don't throw them out. I actually keep all these personal notes because they tickle me pink. Somebody took the time to literally write a note and send it to me. Okay? It's very different than a text and very different than an email. Okay?
Cool.
Any questions about your hot list and your warm list?
No.
Okay. So here's what you have to do. Okay. You have to decide. Okay. You have to say, I'm going to make a commitment to my business, right? My business, or in your case, Gwyneth, I want to quit my job, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's getting in my way. Okay.
It is.
And I know that if I start to follow some of these Ninja 9 habits, that eventually, if I start to do it, I'm going to be able to quit my job and focus on my real estate career. And in your case, Fernanda, okay, you don't have a job, but if you start to focus and have a plan, because this is what it is a plan. The Ninja 9 is a plan, and you've only learned about the first 5 today. You've got to put it in your calendar. Now, Gwyneth, if you have a job, you may not be able to do the number 4 and number 5 in the morning, focus on your hot list and your warm list because you have to do your job job, right?
Right.
But nothing that's going to keep you from doing your gratitude and your affirmation. This is personal.
Right.
And there's nothing that's going to keep you from saying, okay, I know I can't do this in the morning, but I can certainly do it at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Block. You get your calendar, and then the discipline is sticking to your calendar.
Right.
Now, I have a saying. When I'm working on my business, I am working on my future business.
Mm-hmm.
When I work on my business, I can work in my business. But if I don't work on my business, I have no business to be working in. Okay.
That's it right there.
Bam, right?
That's it. Right.
Bang. I have to work on my business so I can work in my business.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's why I say what you focus on is going to expand. Right. So focus on having a plan, time block. Okay. I'll fill you in on how I coach. All right. My top agents, people that are doing 10 million and above. And I've done this. I know Pilar knows I was with a previous company and I coached a lot of top agents doing 25 million and up. I don't coach them to anything but their calendar. That's the only thing I coach them to. I have them rate themselves every day on a scale of 1 to 5. How did you do to keeping to your agenda? And if they tell me, well, and I say, be honest, because if you're not honest, nothing's going to happen here. And if they tell me it was a 2, I say, oh, okay. What were the distractions that kept you from sticking to your calendar? Let's talk about those. And that's how I get to coach top agents. When they learn that they have to stick to their calendar and say no to distractions and yes to working on my business, their business starts to take off. Right? Just giving you an idea of how important your agenda is and sticking to it. All right.
Okay.
When you receive the recording, okay, because you're going to receive it. And how are you going to receive it? Guys, it's in my YouTube channel. It's very simple. All you
Okay.
need to do is by the end of today, go to my YouTube channel. This recording will be there. And I will also have a link to the 16 questions. All right.
Okay.
So give you an idea of what the 16 questions look like. And these are 16 questions that you would ask your warm list. Is have you had any increase in family size in the past year? Have children age 10? Do you have any children age 10 and under? Okay. Because if they do, they probably want to start to work on getting a yard, right? Do they have any teenage children? Do they have any children who have left home recently? They're going to become empty nesters. My daughter's going through that right now, where my grandson's off to college and she's an empty nester going, oh my God, what am I going to do with this house? Right? Are they living below or above their means? Now, obviously, you're not going to ask them, hey, are you living above or below your means? No, you got to find a way to ask the questions, right? Have they lived in the house 7 years or more? People that have lived in their house 7 years or more are potentially going to have a lifestyle change, right? Maybe even 10 years now. Have their employer or their job or their company downsized in the past year? Do they have to commute for more than an hour? This is huge. Do they have to commute for more than an hour? Have they received a substantial inheritance? I know a lot of people right now that their parents, their elderly parents, are passing, and now they have a house that they're inheriting, and they don't want to keep the house. They just want to sell the house. They don't want to live in that house. This is happening. Their elderly parents are passing. Do they own a building, or do they own a vacant lot? A lot. Are they getting married, or are they recently married? Are they getting divorced? Are they separated? This is huge. Do they have a commute of more than 2 hours a day? That's rough. Do they have any dreams for what is called wake up money, wake up investment? Do they want to start to invest in property? Okay. Some people, they're happy with their home. They have good money, good income, but they want to start investing in properties. Do they have a dream to live anywhere? Where would they love to live? If they had a magic wand, where would they love to live? Because you might find that people are up to here living in Miami. They don't want to live here anymore. They want to sell. They want to get out of here. They want to live in North Carolina. They want to go somewhere where the taxes and the insurances aren't that high. And I'll give you a little clue. People that bought their homes in 2020, 2021 may not be 100% happy of where they're living right now. One, because they now realize, oh my God, my insurance is high and my taxes are high. Maybe I need to downsize, or maybe I need to leave Miami. That's a lot of that's going on right now, guys. You have to start to find those people. Okay. And they become, eventually, they jump from your warm list to your hot list. Okay. So I'm going to send you this today. And what I would ask that you do is that you focus on the Ninja 5. Create a plan where you can stay to the Ninja 5. And I promise you, by the end of today, you'll have this recording. You'll have the hot list and the warm list. In fact, for you, Glennis, and for you, Fernanda, I'll make sure to send a separate email. Okay?
Okay.
So that you can have the actual attachments. Okie dokie?
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
yeah, I have separate hours that I do Ninja, this Ninja Path every Friday, only because my schedule sometimes doesn't allow me to do it all the time at 12. Just look at the calendar that I send out every day, and please, join in if you can. And if you can't, at least look at the recording. And I promise you, when you start to get on the Ninja Path, Gwyneth, you'll be closer to ending your JOB, and Pilar, you'll be closer to making a hell of a lot more money. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. That's it.
Thank you, Maria Elena. Thank you,
That's all I
thank
got.
you.
That's all I
Thank you.
All right. Ciao
All
for now.
right. Have a good weekend,
Bye.
ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great weekend, guys.